Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, and today I'll be reviewing Flash Nilsson from the Swedish version of Cars 2. So yeah, it's pretty nice to see this guy back. He was originally a Super Chase in 2012, but Mattel brought him back this year, I guess. So yeah, on the back it says as seen in Cars 2, at least in the Swedish version. And it shows Lightning McQueen, Francesco Bernoulli, Mater, Carlo Veloso, Maldorado, and Nigel Gearsley. So I'll be right back with this guy all opened up. So here he is out of the package, and he looks pretty nice. I really like his design. So yeah, up first, he has a pretty serious expression, and that's because he's basically just a Max Schnell repaint. He basically just has the same car model as Max Schnell. Just like every other international racer that appears in different versions of Cars 2, except for Fernando Alonso, of course. He is the Miguel Camino repaint, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, so he has like the same carbon fiber texture like Max Schnell does, which I'm not sure if it's accurate. I have to look at the artwork. I don't think it is, though. I just looked at the artwork, and it doesn't seem like he has the carbon fiber, so I guess Mattel is just kind of lazy. So yeah, anyways, here are his headlights and his grille. And one thing that has bothered me about Flash is the fact that Mattel has made his bumper black for some reason, which isn't super accurate. It's supposed to be blue, just like on the artwork. Yeah, as you can see, it's not black. It's supposed to be blue, but yeah. Anyways, his rear view mirrors, though, are supposed to be black, though. So anyways, he has 3 yellow crowns, which are basically just symbols of Sweden. And on the sides, he has silver rims and the Swedish cross diagonally across the side with three blue crowns, which is pretty cool. His roof doesn't really have anything. Yeah, and he has a blue spoiler, which also doesn't have anything on it. And on the back, once again, there really isn't anything. He does have his 2 tail lights and some vents, which look pretty cool. And here's his exhaust pipe. Yeah, and then the other side is pretty much the same as the other one. He doesn't have any World Grand Prix logos, which leads me to think that him and the other international racers that replace Jeff Gorvet in the Tokyo party scene, which is where this guy's from, they're basically all just like supporting the World Grand Prix racers. You know, they're not there to race. They were just like basically invited as like celebrities, you know, like their fellow racers, you know. But yeah, anyways, yeah. So real quick, I wanted to compare him to the variants of Max Schnell that I have. So up first is the normal variant, and as you can see, their eye expression is pretty much the same. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Flash is the only one who like straight up has like the same eye expression as Max Schnell. I think the Thailand variant on Max Schnell has a slightly different expression than his original one. But yeah, if I were to compare him to the original one, which I don't have, they would basically have the same expression. So yeah, it's just that this Thailand variant has slightly different eyes, but yeah, they both obviously have the same, well, they both have the same carbon fiber detail, because, you know, all of the other Max Schnell like repaints have basically just have this carbon fiber thing texture. So yeah, yeah, their mouth expressions are basically the same, because, you know, this is just reusing his Max Schnell's model. Also, I forgot to mention that Flash also has like the ends of his spoiler are silver, which is pretty nice. I'm pretty sure the original variant had like dark gray, which is, yeah, I think this one is much better. I don't know how accurate it is, but actually I'm looking at the artwork right now, and I think the dark gray is actually much more accurate, but still, this is nice. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, obviously Flash doesn't have any World Grand Prix or all-in-all logos. Also, their headlights are pretty much the same. Well, they're slightly different. Yeah. As for their tail lights, they're actually pretty much the same. There are like barely any difference. I kind of wish that Mattel put something here on the back, like 3 crowns, or you know, like a smaller yellow cross. But yeah, their windows are slightly different. Well, the details around their windows. Flash has this like a black line. Yeah. Also, Max doesn't have like a black line over here that Flash does. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that Flash is based on, and voiced by the Swedish racer Nilsson, whose nickname is Flash. So, yeah. Also, the interesting thing that I noticed is that Max has like flat gray rims. At least his Thailand variant does, while Flash has silver rims, which is pretty nice. But it's not really surprising because this one is made in China now. So yeah. Also, Max has a less detailed exhaust pipe. Or both of them are both exhaust pipes. Also, he doesn't have a line around his window, unlike Flash. So that's pretty interesting. But they do both still have the black outline around their eyes, and also Max has this like black bar. So yeah, their grills are pretty much the same. So yeah. And then, just for fun, Max Schnell's GRC variants. Once again, he basically just has the same details as regular Max. The eye expression on GRC Max is slightly more, well, yeah, it's more different. It differs more than than Flash. So also he has black rear mirrors just like Flash, so that's interesting. And he does have the black outline around his windows, and also he doesn't have the black bar. And his exhaust pipes are more detailed. So yeah, it seems like at least this variant of Flash, I don't know about the original, but this variant is kind of based off of, maybe based off of GRC Max. Although, yeah, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but at least that's how it seems to me, because I don't have the original, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, on GRC Max, the vents on the back are actually detailed. They're black. While on both regular Max Schnell and Flash, they're not detailed, so yeah. But yeah, he doesn't have the outline, doesn't have like the outline around his window that, well, yeah, none of them actually do. So yeah, I was gonna say that Max has, but none of them do. So yeah. Oh yeah, and their grills are pretty much the same, so yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Oh, by the way, how do you guys feel about the Mattel re-releasing Super Chases? I personally don't really mind. I think that I don't really mind it because, you know, they've been gone for like 6 years now, so I don't really think it's that big of a deal. Personally, if I was in charge of Mattel, I would re-release, instead of Flash and Memo Rojas Jr., who we're getting next in the next few months, I would have re-released Frosty and Vitaly Petrov because they were given more attention in the main line. So yeah, that's just my thoughts. I don't really mind that they were also re-releasing Morgan Martins because he was bound to be re-released, you know. And also he's downscaled, so, you know, that makes some difference. I don't think it's that as bad, but yeah, that's just my opinion. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Bye, guys.